Hey guys, this is Juan here, and today I'm going to talk about overcoming procrastination. And more specifically, I'm going to give you 4 tips to deal with it. And the reason I want to share these 4 tips is because procrastination is something that I used to deal with, and it really frustrated me, and I wasn't able to complete what I set for myself. And for that reason, I wasn't able to trust myself. So if you're somebody that is dealing with procrastination, then definitely stick around. I'm gonna give you 4 simple tips you can use for yourself. So the first tip I have for you is to schedule your week ahead of time. And the reason I recommend scheduling your week ahead of time is because when you set a specific time for something, you are giving it more importance and you are becoming more aware of what you have to do for that week, and it won't be forgotten. So it's a very simple process, and I'm gonna show you how I schedule my week on my computer.
Okay guys, so now we are on my computer and let me show you how I organize my week and how easy it is to stay organized so you don't miss a thing. So this is my current week, and let's create the following week just for the example. So the first thing I do is what I call a mind dump. So I go here to tasks, okay, you can click in here, and then I just write down everything that comes to my head. So let's say I have to call my mom, or I have to film a YouTube video, and really everything that comes to your mind. And preferably you can organize it by priority, so put the most important tasks on the top list. And then after you've made the mind dump, you start organizing your calendar, and you start by putting the most important tasks first and then the other tasks. So for example, let's say that my priority is call my mom, so I just click on an hour. Let's say I want to call her on Monday at 2 p.m. So I will just click in here, I would write down call my mom, and I can say how long will it take. So you can do it like that and write it down, or you can just drag it however long it will be. It's really simple. Okay, and then I want to film my YouTube video, for example, so I will write down YouTube video. And you can even have more options in here, so you can repeat the tasks if you want to. You can organize them by colors, which I love to do. And let's say, for example, that I can't call my mom on Monday, so I just drag it to another day, to Tuesday, for example. So it's really simple. You can see, for example, I go to Krav Maga every week, so I do it as a repetitive tasks, and it's mostly on the same hours, so I don't have to place it there again and again. It just repeats every week, and if there is some time that I don't go, then I just delete it. Really simple, and that helps me stay organized and don't miss the most important things that I want to do, and I don't forget them because they are here, and I see that every morning when I wake up. I know what I have to do for that day, and it keeps me organized.
So I hope you understand better how you can schedule your week and block time for the most important tasks you have. Tip number 2 is writing down something or executing it the moment you remember it. So for example, let's say that I have to call my insurance company and I've just remembered it. Instead of just saying I will call them later, I will either do it at that instance or write it down for later so I don't forget it. So the reason I recommend doing that is because our brains can hold a limited amount of things at a certain time, and we end up forgetting it and regretting it later. Think of your short-term memory as if it were the RAM on your computer. It can only process and remember a certain amount of things at a certain time. So make yourself a favor and write it down or do it at that instance. Tip number 3 is setting specific measurable goals with a deadline, and not just general goals. And the reason I recommend you do so is because when you have a goal, you will feel pulled towards it and it will cause you to take action. So an example of a specific measurable goal with a deadline can be, I will earn X dollars by X date, or I will read X pages by X date. And the reason I recommend you set specific measurable goals with a deadline is because you will be able to track them. So if you want to go deeper into goal settings, I've actually created a video about it, which you can see on the screen and also on the description below. The fourth tip I have for you is to reward yourself when you accomplish your tasks and to penalize yourself when you don't. And the reason for that is you will have something to expect if you accomplish your goal, or you will fear if you don't. You gotta understand that every decision we make is either to get more pleasure or avoid pain. So for example, you can agree that if you accomplish your goal, you can give yourself some pleasure. For example, you can watch the game later or eat something tasty. Or if you don't accomplish it, you can penalize yourself by, for example, giving money to a friend. So these are the 4 tips I have for you today. I hope you found value in this video, and if you did, then leave me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos from me, then subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, then leave them in the comment section below. And make sure you watch my goal setting video as well as my self-development playlist, which you can binge on. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next one.